Good evening, folks. We are back once again trying to get the Tier 4 race underway. Sorry, we had the lobby glitch again this evening, but we are back. All the drivers are ready. We've got the same wet conditions, wet to dry, that we had pre-glitch, shall we say. The grid has been formed based on the qualifying session, and we are ready to get underway. The drivers just setting up their strategies for the race. Intermediate tyres to start, and now it's going to be see who, as we mentioned before, who is able to get the strategy set up, who is able to set the car up how they want it to be. Now we are full intermediate tyres, and of course Mark is still with me in the commentary box. We've lost Morgan, but Mark is still with me. So good evening, and looking forward to this one now finally.
Yeah, let's hope we can have a good race.
Yeah, Chelsea and Rob have had they've had it coming together already.
I do like these conditions, strangely enough.
They're I don't know, I'm on the fence with the intermediates, I'll be perfectly honest. I think I prefer, well, I don't know, I'm definitely on the fence. Definitely on the fence, I think, with them.
It's the conditions that seem to suit me, but although they didn't at Portimao, that was awful when the rain came.
Don't remember that one, I'll be perfectly honest.
Tier 3 Portimao were dry, and then suddenly it started raining. It looked like I could carry on. And then I just had a brown trousers moment when I power slided round the corner. They were like, nope, pit lane.
Yeah, and I've already seen a few people slide on the formation lap, so it's very, very treacherous conditions and very difficult to get these intermediate tyres up to temperature on the formation lap. It's a lot of weaving from the drivers to get any kind of heat into their tyres. So hopefully they'll get it, and we won't have the turn 1, turn 2 drama that we've seen in other tiers this week.
Let's hope not, but turn 1 here is always a nightmare because it's so blind and unsighted. And then everybody's trying to shuffle for position and just want to be in front. It's like, what can you do?
You're right, and it's quite wide as well, turn 1. There's a lot of really wide corners. You look down at turn 11 as well, the hairpin. That is also very, very wide, and people do try to go 2-3 abreast into there, like you said, jostling for that position, and it's that's just then obviously people then getting a bit eager on the throttle, and it causes a few issues. But hopefully this evening we won't have any of that.
With turn 1 being so wide, you can get so much space there, but nobody ever leaves it. They all want that apex line. Yeah,
and you try and go on the outside to avoid that, and then just beware turn 2 is flat out, or it may not even be flat in these conditions. I think could see a few of the back end sliding, a few tails. So someone started, he lost a set of man for Wasp stuff for setup. This is going to be difficult. He's going to be on the back foot already. But here we are, drivers lining up on the grid, waiting for the Ferrari of a red car Rambo. He loves that colour, he loves that car, we all know.
Well, he's even got red car in his name, so...
Exactly. Red car for red car, but here we are, 3 lights are on, 4 lights, 5 lights for the final time this week, ladies and gentlemen. Is lights out and away we go. Got to get me in a crofty with that one, but Roundy gets a really good start. There's the Alpha Tauri on the inside, and Tauri scheme and gets another fantastic getaway, but look at that, it's C17 on the inside into turn 1, goes late to the base, power slide on the way out, keeps it clean. There's a big collision with one of the Mercedes and a Red Bull driver further back.
Collins, Owl and Back Mazo, I believe.
Yeah, they were side by side, and then suddenly one of the Mercedes was facing the wrong way, and we've got big carnage further back going through the middle sector. 3 or 4 abreast, there's even 6 cars getting involved in that. But up front, E17's got the job done on Roundy. He's got the clear track, and now he's going to struggle. The yellow flags in sector 1 and 2 as all the rest of the drivers seem to sort themselves out, get into some kind of order. Gav's jumped up 5 places already, Wixie up 6, Red Car Rambo from the start up. And he's now up 7 places, battling with Back Mizo. Good start from the Ferrari man.
Morgan had got up to 11th, and then he seems to have lost it somewhere.
Oh yeah, he's back down to 17th, hasn't he? And CBG's up to 6th place.
He's up to 16th.
As yeah, up to 16th, but look at this. In front already, a second between Roundy and Notorious Kieran. We've got CBG side by side with a hassle, a little bit of contact. I think Melvin got a little bit out of shape, and that sent him into the side of the Red Bull, but no damage, no harm done. And they will live to fight another day and continue on the way. They seem to have dropped TJ Goodyear in the Williams, maybe caught up in a few of the scraps early on in the lap. He's now over 2 seconds further back. Rob Smith, one Alpine driver, and the independent Hassman, the Haggis man. The Hassman? The Haggis man, not the Hassman. He is in 9th. He's had a good start. Red card back up to 11th. He's another good start as well. He likes these slippy conditions as well as you, Mark.
Who's that, Ryan?
Yeah.
He always says he hates the wet conditions, but he does really well in them.
He does, and he does the wet practice sessions. We hold the wet practice sessions. CBG already a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Look at this. Ryan on the inside of Gibbon. Is he going to have a look into turn 1? Backs out of it, thinks better of it, under brakes. He's nice and calm with that one now. The rain is, we see the blue skies. The rain is ready to stop, and Roundy's had a big moment. He was in second, our pole sitter, now down in 8th spot. He's had a big moment. It looks like outside of turn 1. Of one of the Alpines to get through.
So much action here.
Yes, I don't know where to look next. There's a few. Stoops pitted and Chelsea's pitted as well at the end of the first lap.
Let's have a look, see what's going on. I was too late for it. They're coming out.
Sure, but there's a long pit stop, so maybe Stoop was caught in a bit of action. Same with Chelsea as well. But there's a Man for Wasp and Melvin quite close combat. Man for Wasp in the Mercedes. Right on the back of Notorious Kieran, who had a fantastic start. So did Mindful Wasp. CBG, he might have the 3-second penalty, but up 8 spots. Red Car's up 10 from last on the grid.
Has Gavin had a moment? Because he was ahead of his teammate, now he's a couple of places behind.
He was behind his teammate, and then Roundy had that moment and got between them both. So,
because I saw Gavin go past Rob into turn 1.
And then it must have had that moment first, later on in that first lap, and then he was behind.
Unless when Roundy had a moment, Gavin got caught up.
That could be, but he's now past the McLaren man. He's now up into 8th.
He seems to do really well in these conditions as well.
He does. He did give the hint that he has gone with a bit of a heavier downforce. Man for Wasp, wow, late into turn 1 on the brakes. Nearly went in the back of Notorious Kieran, the AlphaTauri, nearly catching the Mercedes man out. But he's right all over the back now of the AlphaTauri as E17's disappearing into the distance. 2.8 seconds already at the end of lap 2 as Collins Owls retired from the session, exit of turn 1. He's had a moment. We've got a virtual safety car already. Nullifies the field, of course. No full safety car, but they'll drive to the Delta. Hopefully no penalties. Sorry?
Collins Owls just on the left coming out of turn 1.
Yeah,
looks like he's caught the curb and it's spun him round into the wall.
Easy to do when the track falls away. It's very easy to light up the rears, and that just sends you're just a passenger, unfortunately, especially in these wet conditions.
So Luke Shard's got himself a drive-through already. Rix is on 3 seconds. CBG's on 3 seconds.
Yeah, and CBG is actually right on the back of Melvin. Now we're still in the safety car condition. I don't know if Melvin's backed off quite a bit under this for this Delta, and CBG's quite close to his. We don't get to see it. Oh my goodness me, E17 drive-through penalty speed under this virtual safety car. As it goes green, he just got the power that bit early. He'd actually gained under the safety car quite a good bit. Kieran really driving to the Delta, and E17 got caught. It didn't seem to end, and then it was come up with safety, a VSC ending, and then suddenly we were live and racing again. Yeah, he has decided to take it early. There's quite a few gaps in the field already, but that's going to give Notorious Kieran the lead. Mindful Wasp following him through in second. CBG, Melvin, Goodyear all getting past. But there's a good gap there as Rob Smith had a moment. He's only just going over the start-finish line. E17 still in the pit lane. He's going to come out behind the battle that we've got with Night Shadow and Roundy. Is Roundy going to have a look into turn 1? The McLaren man, he's going to back out and think better of it.
He's 17th, just got caught up on the back around it.
Yeah, that's cost him big time. Really, really cost him, because now Ryan's through and back Mizo as well. Luke Shard takes his drive-through penalty. Look at that penalty. Yeah, but he's got 5 seconds as well as 17th. So it's not gone too well yet. Had a great start and was disappearing off into the distance. So hopefully he'll get that pace back, get his head down.
I bet we're going to see it on in Stewart's chat later.
Yeah, you saw it. You were on board. We missed it, but you were on board with it to see the full incident.
I'm wondering if we should have put a notice out that if somebody's coming out of the pit lane, you have to go wider at turn 1.
Yeah, fighting for position, but maybe he was a little bit unsighted, to be fair. If he's having a battle and then he's simply trying not to lose space, and you'll be unsighted as well if cars coming at a much faster pace up the hill.
Yeah, it's so easily done because the map's not much good to you when you're at full racing speed.
No, very much so. Yeah, true. Especially that difference in speed. So we've got quite a few real close battles now for the lead. We've got Notorious Key, Mindful Wasp, CBG and Melvin and TJ Goodyear all in close quarters there. They all are, folks. And then we've got a good gap of nearly 8 seconds to Rob Smith with his teammate all over the back, and Ryan as well on the back of those Alpines. As Ryan's actually had a look, he's already gone through. Ryan, there's a bird. Roundy's gone and hit the wall outside of the last corner, damage to the front wing.
Yeah, just cut to him and he saw him go around.
We saw it in the background, and that's allowed Ryan's now made the move and go very squirrely outside of turn 1. Whereas the Ferrari man, then he said the McLaren man there.
It's going to be a wing change, he's missing an end plate.
Yeah, Roundy's going to strew around this lap, and it's amplified even more with these wet conditions. But Notorious Kieran's pulled out just over a second from CBG. Gap opening a little bit more. Melvin again right behind as well, and Chelsea now sets the fastest lap of the race, currently in 19th after an early pit stop. Clean air. The yellow flag in sector 2. Not sure who that would be. That might be Rob Smith. Rob Smith's gone round the Alpine man. He has outside of the hairpin.
So easily done in these conditions. Some of these corners are a nightmare anyway. Because of the cambering on them, you go around and it just throws you.
It does. We've seen it in some of the other tiers as well. Just a few drivers not able to come to grips, shall we say, with the difficulties of the track and the technicalities of this circuit.
Yeah, it's just one of them circuits, isn't it? A Tilk special.
It is, yes. I was about to say, funny enough, yeah, it was Herman Tilk, one of his specialities, bringing in a lot of different areas of other tracks that you'll see through this. Of course, the first sector more modelled on Japan, the famous S's. Red car now sets the fastest lap. He's got past Night Shadow. He's got a big gap to TJ ahead of him. CBG and Melvin, look at this side by side through turn 2. Is the Red Bull man going to make the move? He certainly does. What a great move through there. That takes some bravery in these conditions. Melvin wisely backs out of it, but Mindful Wasp is all over the back of the Alpha Tauri. Mercedes all hunting down the Honda power. Of course, CBG not letting them get away, and Melvin, TJ's dropped off a little bit, 1.4 back. He's dropped off the back of this group. Melvin's going to have a look into the hairpin. Is he going to make a move? He is. Late on the brakes, manages to get it stopped. Leaves just enough room on the outside as well. Chelsea's really going for it. He's having some really good wells. Roundy now finally pits for that front nose that we damaged. But Melvin, we're going to ride on board in the slipstream. No DRS, too wet for that at the minute, folks. Is he going to have a look on the brakes? We saw how good he was in the hairpin, and he's made the move stick. Great move, fantastic move from Melvin.
I mean, that's some great driving, especially in these conditions.
CBD tried to keep there as well on the outside, just not enough room.
It's what we like to see.
It is, very much so. That's absolutely superb move, and that's also allowed TJ to get on the back of them as well. He had dropped back, and now because of the squabbling, they've dropped pace to the front too, but TJ now on the back as well. Mindful Wasp gets 3-second time penalty for running wide and multiple warnings. Runs wide as well, second last corner. That's easy to do as well in the second last corner. To run wide again. You mentioned off camber as Red Bull and the Williams run very, very wide.
That penultimate corner is it's so unsighted.
It's a very, very tricky corner.
You're
very
literally
difficult.
throwing it in and hoping.
You do, yeah. Yeah, right now in the 149s. Good lap.
Ooh, Mindful Wasp's putting a move on Notorious Kieran.
Yes, Kieran got a little bit squirrely outside of turn 1. Mindful Wasp managed to get the power down and now takes the lead. And lap 7 of 28 on the very damp Kota circuit. A little bit on the track limit potentially there as well. Don't want to be do many of those. And Notorious Kieran gets one. We saw him there in the background just taking a little bit of a shorter line. It's cost him 3 seconds.
No, what's happened to Melvin? He's lost it.
He has dropped it, yeah, outside of turn 8.
Coming out of the S's.
Yeah, turn 8, he's dropped. It is a big, big shame. Look at Ryan, he's already up to 5th place. Closed that gap massively. But now Melvin's got another Red Bull. He's already battled with one, and now he's got back Mizo all over the back of him. We saw how good he's been on the brakes and how quick he's been. Let's hope he can get on the back of the Ferrari man and close that gap up. Back up to the leads. Notorious Kieran's had a battle with the Red Bull, and CBG through into second spot. All go at the front. Back Mizo's having a look on the inside on the brakes as well, the other Red Bull, and he's made it, but the Haas is not giving up. Melvin's going around the outside, a little bit of a love tap. Is Melvin going to hang around the outside? He does. He takes the wide line. Red Bull takes the inside line. That outside turns to the inside. Is the Haas going to have enough space? Oh, he does. He just manages to get through into turn 16 and makes that move stick and to get back ahead of the Red Bull and back into 6th spot.
Wow.
I tell you what, some great overtakes here already. We're only starting lap 8.
Looks like TJ's hunting down CBG at the moment.
Yes.
He'll be praying that he goes dry so he can have DRS.
Oh, I think they all will, especially up here. And then it's just a case of who pits when and who takes the risk. But I don't know if it stopped raining just yet. It hasn't seemed to get any brighter.
There's a lot of spray at the moment, so even if it has, it's going to be intense for at least another 5 laps, I reckon.
Yeah, potentially. We do know this game likes to dry the circuit very, very quickly. Gap starting to form at the front. The closest one is TJ there on the back of CBG. Notorious Kieran's just had a moment and he's dropped 1.5. Now TJ, all 4 penalties there for the top 4 drivers. 3 seconds for TJ. Now the Red Bull goes very, very deep. Locks on the brakes now. Is this his move now for CBG? He's just managed to keep ahead. Roundy now. He's on the charge again. He's already passed Necromancer, who's had a moment, but here we go, the Williams man, he's made to go around the outside. CBG goes very, very defensive, goes early on the brakes for the Red Bull man. He's got the inside line. Is he going to give you enough room? He just squeezes TJ a little bit. Oh yeah, not enough room there to go. A little bit screwy as well for the Red Bull, struggling with that front end already. Yellow flag sector 1 and 2, that could be Roundy that's gone round. It is. He's had a moment outside of turn 1.
Oh, that's gutting for the pole man. He had a really good qualifying as well. He just seems to not do too well in the wet. Maybe his setups are not catered for it enough.
Potentially, if he's running really low wings, and then obviously these slippy conditions, just not enough grip. There are a few gaps forming. There's a big, big gap from Melvin down to Wixie. Melvin must have had another little moment as the Red Bull again of CBG goes very, very wide. That car again going even quicker. He's really closed that gap on the back of Kieran. He's already alongside him. Makes a move into turn 1, already ahead under the braking zone. He is absolutely flying yet again. Notorious Kieran is not giving this up though. Can't hang around the outside of turn 2. There's a yellow flag. It's now gone green. Sure who that was. That was Rob Smith again. He's had a little bit of a moment. Went out the last corner. Melvin pits, so I think he may have damage, front wing damage as Melvin as the Haas.
That's unlucky.
Where did he qualify?
He were in the top 4, what he in qualifying.
Let's have a quick look at the position changes. He was 3rd, yeah, was.
He's gone on the mediums.
Wow, he's gone early. Well, that's
very brave.
It is virtual safety car.
It does seem to suddenly be drying.
It does. It does.
Ooh.
Let's have a quick look on board. There's still a few raindrops on the visor of TJ Goodyear, so has he gone a little bit early? Now, where's the virtual safety car come from? I wonder if someone's had a moment and there's debris on the track. Sometimes that will bring the virtual safety car out. Necromancer, oh, that's unlucky for him. Oh, big collision. CBG and TJ, big collision. We're on board with TJ, and CBG had really hit the brakes there. Is there any penalties? No penalties. So I got away with that one. But it really looked as though Necromancer got 2 drive-thrus.
That's an unusual one.
Just seen it pop up then. Very strange.
I can see he's got a drive-through, but it'll...
Now, mindful, what's the waste leaders pitted? He's pitted under virtual safety car. We're going to ride on board with this one, folks. Just very interested to see exactly what tyres he's going on. He's gone to the soft tyres. Wow. So it feels like it's getting there for it to dry.
Mindful Wasp, Red Car Rambo both soft, Melvin and Roundy are both medium. Back Mezo's joining them on softs.
Yeah.
It must be drying up and we're not seeing it.
Oh no, and Mindful Wasp has got a drive-through penalty as well. Speed under VSC, so it'll just be as he accelerated out of turn 1 or even into turn 1, he's got the penalty. But now with green flag again, we're going to keep on board with Mindful. He's the leader on the soft compound tyres. Does look like it's a bit too slippy at the minute, but it seems to be holding up through the S's, which is obviously where it's going to show massively. Seems to be very stable at the minute. There's no spray coming off the tyres.
Yeah, I think it's visually deceiving.
Yeah, it looks it.
Although normally I will pit for the dry compounds until we re-enable DRS.
Yeah, I'm the same as you, to be perfect. I know a lot of people are like that, but under acceleration there, out of the hairpin, he got good traction. So
Ryan seems to have good traction as well. I'm on board with him at the moment.
yeah, and already Mindful Wasp has just closed down Night Shadow rapidly through there. He's got a purple middle sector. So the crossover phase, we haven't seen DRS enabled yet. But already look at the traction he's got out of turn 16. He's already gone just around the outside of 17. Oh, it's definitely almost time now for soft tyres, you would think. And the dry tyres, there's definitely grip there to be had.
It's definitely dry tyre time.
It is. The top 3 have pitted. Night Shadow has dived in last minute as well. He's seen that. He knows it's time to go. Time to change. CBG's gone for the medium compound tyres. Who else has swapped there? Let's have a quick look. We've got TJ's gone for the soft compound at Kieran. Kieran's kept his tyres. Kieran's pitted but kept the same tyres on. Now I don't know if he just had wind damage and it didn't swap him. That's very strange. Oh, but look at this. The CBG's got so much more grip. Can't find his way through there though.
Yeah, it's unusual.
That is very strange. That's ruining the AlphaTauri man's race. And you can see how dry it is. Look how quickly the track has dried.
Yeah, it's literally just gone super dry, hasn't it?
It has. Kieran gets another penalty there. We saw him just take a little bit too much curb. And then look at this. TJ's having a look at the inside of both of them. Is he going to make a double move? He does. And Notorious Kieran just has no grip whatsoever. 3 cars in one corner. Past him. But we're going to have to cut back to this battle because we've got TJ makes the most of that move. Got past CBG. The DRS is enabled. The DRS is wide open on the CBG. As CBG has now got past TJ. Where did he do that? That didn't look like he was close enough to do it. Done it on the brakes. Seen a bit of contact. The Williams was moving quite erratically. Looked as though he had a bit of a touch as well. Look at that, it's a little bit too slippy still. TJ trying to get the power down. Slipping and sliding outside of turn 16.
He's in a right Red Bull sandwich there.
It really is, yeah. That's not a place you want to be. Wonder your sugar levels any good?
No, that's definitely true.
Or your blood pressure, to be fair.
Might help you bounce through this race, though.
Well, very true. Yeah, we've had enough bouncing through the sausage curb chat.
Oh, Notorious Kieran's just pitted now.
He has, and TJ gets the move back under DRS into turn one. He needs to make use of those soft tyres. CBG will go very long into this race and probably stop on a set of soft tyres towards the end. 16 laps to go. He could potentially take them. Then we saw Ryan take him 18 laps. So there's potential of those mediums go to the end.
I dread to think what his tyre wear was at that point, though.
But he kept pace, though. He seemed to be okay.
I know I was struggling to catch him, and I had fresh mediums. Pace were ridiculous.
He is. He's already up to second spot and closing down the leader.
I wonder if he's going to win this one on track.
Well, there's a long way to go, but you wouldn't put it past him. He's just gone purple middle sector as well. He's absolutely flying. To be fair, by now he definitely should have his eye in. He's had enough practice.
Well, yeah, he's had 3 other races to practice.
Exactly that. And now we've got a big battle with Kellogg's, and Johnny Smooth got pushed a little bit off track. Hopefully he didn't get a warning for that. Didn't really leave enough space, but he didn't get the DRS where Kellogg's does. He takes the position back from Johnny Smooth, and all the while E17 is closing back. Well, for what's pity, he has done 2 laps on those soft compound tyres and pitted. He got fastest lap before Ryan got the fastest lap.
Did he
and
have
look
a
at this. No, he didn't.
Well, he's just gone straight through the pit lane.
Very strange. We've seen that a few times with Kieran's done that. Was Johnny Smooth gets it all along through 17 and now loses the place to Kellogg, and he's 17 as well. And Gibban makes his way through as Johnny Smooth pits as well. He's only done 1 lap on those medium compound tyres. He pits.
Let's see what happens with Johnny Smooth then.
Yeah, we're going to stick on board with it. Well, we're going to cut away from it if you keep an eye on that. This is... I'm not going to lie, folks.
He's actually pitting.
He actually is pitting.
He's
okay.
having a wing change.
Ah, right. That does explain why we're slow through 16, 17 and 18.
Still confused by Mindful Wasp, though.
Yeah, now he's just given up the lead. He's now all over the back. He's still got the same tyres on, the soft tyres. But there's a big scrap going on here. We've got Mindful Wasp, TJ, Backmeaser and CBG all in the mix as well. TJ Goodyear takes second, but the Mercedes man is not giving in. Mindful Wasp retakes the move, retakes second spot.
Now he's going to go on the hunt for Rambo in that red car.
He certainly is. Nearly just under 13 seconds the gap.
Chelsea's on 10 seconds worth of penalties.
Yeah, no, that's... So that would only equal 2 5-second penalties. There's a virtual safety car being deployed. Now, where is that? Is there anybody slow? Not really sure where that would be, actually.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused by that.
Backmeaser's pitted.
Got a bit leery, but...
Backmeaser's put the medium tyres on. They'll go to the end. And a front wing as well, so Backmeaser, that could be why.
Yeah, if we're on standard safety car now, it can get a little bit triggery sometimes.
Yeah, it can do a little bit. Yeah, good point.
Although I'd set us up for standard in tier 3, and then I think when we had to restart the lobby, I forgot. So it was actually on reduced, but we still got a safety car out of it.
Yeah, we got a virtual or 2 and a full safety car. But Backmeaser now on fresh medium tyres on the back of E17. Is going to be very quick, E17 now, as he got, no ERS whatsoever. Only 10%. So you'd have to say once as Gav gets a 3-second penalty, but once we go green, you'd have to say it'll be a bit of a sitting duck from Backmeaser on his fresh tyres.
Why is he still using his ERS at the moment?
Not sure. Wixie gets a penalty for speeding under VSC, but we are green again, folks. We've got TJ all over the back of Mindful Wasp. CBG's back. There we go. Backmeaser's back is through E17 now. Kieran's on the charge back as well. He's through Gibbon, having a little battle of 8th and 9th.
He'd got that done well before the corner there.
Yes.
I wonder if he's literally left his ERS on and forgotten about it.
Could have done. Now we've got TJ all over the back. Oh, the Mercedes, a mindful Wasp.
He's 17, if you're listening, turn your ERS off.
Rob Smith's retired. He's retired. In Sector 2, just where these two gentlemen are coming up into turn 7. Where is he? He's on the outside. There he is, outside of the racing line, so he may not get a safety car for that. That may just get cleared under yellow flags. Fingers crossed. So what else we got? Luke Shard and Roundy having another little battle. Let's have a quick look. Let's go to our comments while we can, if there's a little bit of things to calm down. Maybe not. TJ's got the DRS. He's closing on Manforth. Look at the overspeed. Already gets the move done. Pulls to the inside. Heavy on the brakes. Into turn 12 and gets the move done. Takes second spot. They've kind of closed Ryan down. Only 11.4 seconds. But Ryan just needs to take it easy, doesn't he now? We know he's going to get, is it 3 or 6 place penalty at the end of this?
I'm not 100% sure. Normally it's a 3, but he's 2 tiers above, so it could be 6.
Yeah, it could be. It is. Had a qualifying ban as well, and he's still pumping in fastest laps, just to emphasise the point. I know he's got us on in the background. But these two on the soft tyres have dropped the medium tyre runners, which they needed to do. Potentially CVG, Night Shadow, Back Mizo, and the rest of these medium tyre runners. Maybe not Melvin, that'll be a bit of a push, but they'll be able to take those tyres to the end of the race if they look after them.
I think he's 17 is literally constantly deploying his ERS. It's still on now.
Yeah, maybe he just hasn't worked out to turn it off. And that's actually hurts you when you're going through, especially Sector 1, because you've got the extra power. And it's not going to do well for your tyres.
No, I ended up changing my settings, so I have to press and hold now.
Oh, really?
I'd left it on too many times and caused myself too many problems, so I put it on push to pass, basically.
Yeah. I might try that one day. Just see what it feels like.
It takes you a few laps to get used to it, but once you get used to it, I find it better.
Interesting.
Because then you're not forgetting about it.
Yeah, there is that. I just forget to use it, to be fair, half the time. Which is a weird thing to say, but because I don't use it in practice sessions. When you're in qualifying, it's on hot lap anyway. And then I forget half the time in the race.
Oh, Notorious Kieran's putting a move on E17 himself.
Yes.
And then I've no defence, because... Oh, I think he's actually finally turned his ERS off.
Let's have a quick look on the telemetry. He has. Maybe it's just doing that because he hasn't any left. But let's hope he can save it for a few laps and top that back up.
He's going to need it because he's a complete sitting duck on the straights at the moment.
Yeah, he will be. Will be. Mindful Wasp still keeping within a second of TJ Goodyear. Let's have a quick look at the chat. So, what have we got going on YouTube? Thanks to everybody for sticking with us this evening. It's been a difficult one for glitches. Master doing their thing. Avanash, so what do a beach and an American beer have in common? They're both close to water. Well, yeah, I don't mind a Budweiser. I don't mind a nice cold Bud.
Oh, I do like a nice cold Bud.
Yeah. I'll agree with some beers that we have from our cousins overseas. There's some I'll definitely agree with you on that one.
Not Budweiser though.
No, that's a go-to. That's a staple one. What do you call... This is... you need words. What do you call a bee that lives in America? A USB.
Oh, God.
That's your missus, that.
Wow. Just wow.
Oh, your house must be a foul of laughs.
Shame, shame, you know your name. I'm going to get the bell out and walk her through the street going, shame. Shame.
Bergen says drive.
It's a Game of Thrones reference.
It is a Game of Thrones reference, yeah. I hope people did get that. It says getting a bit brighter now, definitely dry tyres. It's got brighter on track. So as Bergen said, dry fry is time. Could be dry fry time too if you're feeling peckish. Okay, she's redeemed herself on that one. I'll give her that one.
She's not even ashamed of that joke. Wow.
No, she's not at all.
Just wow. Let's go back to the action.
Yeah, they're talking came out back to Haas. We did discuss that in Tier 3. I've been actually having a word about it, and it's... Yeah.
I think it's a good call, personally, because he's experienced.
Yeah, it's just strange the way he left Haas, and then suddenly he's back again.
He's not really doing out else, so...
Wasn't he in... was Man for Wasp going back to have another go at TJ? He does, and gets it through on DRS. But I think he was in WEC. I think he was in something like that. He was in like the LMP1 categories or something like that. I'm sure he was racing in.
I know he was very... I think he was the one out of them that they probably would have kept more.
Yeah, he had... I always thought Grosjean was the better driver. Unfortunately, after his accident, it's... I mean, he's done fantastically well in IndyCar. And it's great to see him do well. Full credit to him. I would have thought out of the two that they would have kept Grosjean. Or kept an option with him, maybe.
He was the better driver when he had a good day. But he had a lot of bad days and a lot of crashes. Yeah,
they did.
And for a low-budget team, they can't really afford that.
No, there was that where they were struggling for parts because they just couldn't afford to get the parts. Wasn't there one? I'm sure there was a race, and I think it was publicised through Drive to Survive, where they literally had a warning of any crashes. We cannot afford to fix the car. We have no front wings left. We have no bits of suspension left.
Yeah, I believe I remember that one.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the new season starts soon.
11th, 2 days. So Friday. Sure it is, yes. Testing tomorrow, which is going to be interesting to see what new upgrades the teams bring. And then, yeah, we've got Drive to Survive on Friday. Exciting times for F1. And then we've got, is it next? Yeah, not this weekend coming, but weekend after, we've got the first race of the season in Bahrain.
Oh, I can't wait. It's been a long few months.
It is. It's that meme of the guy sitting on the swing on his own and just looking into the distance. That is no F1 for me.
Yeah, it's literally all of us.
Yeah. And I think I'm off work as well that Sunday, so bonus.
I don't work Sunday, so bonus. I used to, but I swapped and I do Saturday mornings instead.
I see, I'd rather do that. Now, a lot of the drivers are taking these... Sorry to cut you off, mate. I do apologise. We will continue this. But a few of the drivers now pitting. The soft tyre winners have gone into the pits, taking about 8 laps. Swap another set of soft boots. Of course, with the new lobby, they'll get full dry. This is going to be... They're going to have serious pace towards the end. Mindful Wasp comes out. There we go. Night Shadow just goes deep into turn 1. Saw the car leaving the pits. Decided to take the outside line, and then they're coming together in turn 2. Wow, that was a bit close. Nearly wheel to wheel through there. Night Shadow gives the place back to Mindful Wasp. To be fair, he's got fresh soft tyres. It's going to be very difficult to keep the Mercedes man behind, but great showing from Night Shadow. He'll definitely keep those to the end.
Chelsea's just stuck a move on round it. Looked like DRS.
Big gap, 30 seconds to the people in front. Roundy's had a race to forget, unfortunately, for the McLaren man. Yeah,
after sticking it on pole, it's disappointing that he's not had a good race to follow up with it.
Yeah, he is going to be really disappointed. You know he is deep down. There's TJ's all over the back of the independent Haggismobile and gets the move done under DRS. Fresh soft compound tyres as well. Backmeaser and Notorious Kieran having another little battle. Backmeaser tries to go around the outside. There's a little bit of contact. I tell you what, lightning quick reactions from Notorious Kieran. as he made contact with the rear wheel of the Red Bull. Did really well to stop himself from spinning there. Ryan now pits. He's putting a fresh set of
He's going to be a sitting duck.
He would be, yes. CBG's going to come past and take the lead. He does. Oh, no, he doesn't yet. Ryan got out ahead of him. But Ryan, you would imagine now with those fresh tyres, is just going to disappear off yet again into the distance.
It's his race to lose now, I think.
It is, yeah. Night Shadow's pitted. Gav's pitted. Could have gone to the end, but now he's decided a fresh set of soft tyres. I think the way that Mindful and TJ got past him, it was...
I think he'd hit the graining phase.
Yeah, that's true. About 9 laps in, yeah, they'll go another 9 at a push. So...
Sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't. It depends how you've treated them.
Yeah, very true. I tell you what, though, your other half's definitely redeemed herself. You could have an MRC drive to survive. Definitely. That would be good. That would be. To be fair, there's that much drama goes on in the stewards' room.
Yeah, I don't think we would have let people in there, though.
It would definitely be 18 plus.
Yeah, especially when it's getting late at night, we're all stressed. It's like, not another report.
Yeah. That would be really good. I don't know how we would manage it, but it would be absolutely fantastic, that.
Do you remember Tier 2 from Bahrain last season? 22 reports, was it?
20... Oh, because of the safe, we had that issue with the safety car, didn't we?
That was mental. It was 20 odd reports from one tier.
Yeah, that took a long time. That one.
I don't think we got done till about 1 o'clock that night.
Yeah, there was a few times in earlier seasons where the stewards would not get done regularly past midnight. It would be a regular thing on a Monday night where I think we didn't have the numbers that we do now, and people know how much MRC has expanded as now. Gibbon pits and Night Shadow takes back that 6th spot. But yeah, people know how about we've got now the 4 tiers, of course, and all our reserve drivers, and it's such a fantastic league that we've expanded as much as we have done. But there was a time when we had, I think it was the 2 tiers MRCX maybe, and then tier 3 as well, that we had quite a small stewards panel. And it just used to take a long time. And now, obviously, a lot more streamlined with yourself, and we've got 2 teams of stewards. People don't realise this, but 2 teams of stewards, plus 1 overseeing, and plus an new appeals team as well to oversee and called into action should they be needed. And it's just a lot smoother, so it's a good system now. And a lot more efficient and a lot quicker.
I keep trying to streamline it where possible. The odd tweak here and there.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those that it just obviously trial and error sometimes, isn't it? And, things don't get better without trying it. And you never know.
I mean, we're never going to please everybody with our decisions, but we try and make them as fair as possible.
Exactly. Yeah, we do, and we have got a bit stricter as well, trying to promote even cleaner racing than we've had. And to be fair, there's been some of the best overtakes of the weekend have been early on in this race in the wet conditions.
Yeah, I mean, this seems to be a really good race. I'm hoping we don't get a lot of reports here.
Yeah, and to be fair, everyone seems to have gapped each other now. With the difference in strategies, we've got a few of the drivers trying to go to the end. CBG will be a fantastic result for him if he keeps going to the end. 6 second penalties, so he's clear from everybody behind in terms of the penalties as well. So there's a lot of gaps now. It seems to have quietened down a little bit, which is unusual for tier 4.
This does happen sometimes. It'll be really busy and then it'll just go really quiet, and you sit there going, can we have a safety car just to bunch it all up and give us some action again?
Well, we said that in tier 3 and we got one, so there it is, the magic words.
So you cursed me, did you?
Yeah, I just set you up for something.
I mean, you did set me up for a guaranteed better result, but it was also bouncing around in my seat for 3 laps going,
yeah, exactly. It did. Made you drive better, it made you focus more, drive quicker to get to the end quicker.
I don't know what I was focusing more on, the fact that it's press the brake, it was squeezing the bladder.
Oh yeah, that. Closest battle on track is Notorious Kevin on the back of Night Shadows, gaff about 2 seconds. Both on fresh, soft compound tyres there, they both are in your picture. Gav just managing that gap as Kevin goes a little bit wide out of the turn 20.
Yeah, other than that, there's a lot of big gaps going on here.
There is. That gap for Red Car and CBG is just up to 10 seconds now.
Looks like it's going up as well, the soft versus medium.
It is. Ryan's absolutely tearing away with it at the moment. Shadow's pushing on, runs very wide, can't afford to get penalties. Let's have a quick look at that situation. He's got 3 seconds now to Notorious Kieran's 9, so that will nullify that battle unless Night Shadow pushes a little bit too much and gets another one. And it'll be almost a game on if Notorious Kieran can close that and get past. Big winner here is going to be Melvin. He's had a difficult race as Melvin, but look at his position changes here, down 6 spots. E17's recovered well to 8th, but Melvin, no penalties. He could really jump up. He's 4 seconds behind E17, so he'll jump that one. He could potentially get Notorious Kieran as well, so he could get another 2 places back there.
He'll have to get his foot down a little bit, though.
He will. He's just need to close that just to make sure. Johnny Smoother could be in. Currently, he's on the cusp. He's 5.6. He needs 6 seconds difference between him and Gibbon in terms of penalties to get a point as well.
And Luke Shard as well is penalty free.
Yeah, so he could. He's 2 off there. 30. Oh, he's close to getting up to Chelsea.
He should get Stube at least.
He'll get Stube. He's only 2.7 further back. Stube's got 9 seconds. Only lost 2 people. Lost Collins Owl early on. Poor evening for that man. Struggled in tier 3. Made that late pit stop and high penalties cost him potential podium. Still points up. And then Rob Smith as well. Sorry?
Back Mazo's just got another 3 seconds.
Yeah, so that's
well,
gonna hurt. He's still got 3. He's still got plenty of time, but there we go. Look, there's Notorious Kieran has really close in the back of Night Shadow. This is the only battle that we've got on track, folks. 3 more laps to go after this one. Ryan's taking past Notorious Kieran, gets the DRS, gets the job done nice and easy on the Alpine. Now needs to somehow pull 6 seconds the next couple of laps, but no ERS left for him, and not much either for the Haggis F1 team.
Well, it shouldn't be too hard to overtake a rolling Haggis, should it?
I don't know how well they actually roll, to be honest.
Neither do I. It's not something I've ever even fancied trying.
No, not me.
I wonder if Kevin's going to line him up with DRS here for a bit of a ding-dong.
Yeah. Is he going to have a look into turn 1? We've got the right wing, but Gav likes taking the outside line. Is he going to try and do it around the outside? He's not going to try the switcheroo. He's going to try and keep it. Goes for the long straight, try and save some of his ERS. The backlight of the Alpha Tower will be flashing away. Going to follow him through the first sector. Keeps it nice and neat. Be able to carry a little bit more speed.
Quite nicely here, though.
Just sticking with him.
There.
17 gets another penalty. That compounds that Elvin will get that spot. Go down. Gav tries to take the tighter line, gets the car straight, gets the power down. Good drive for both drivers, but Gav gets the better drive out. He's in the slipstream. The ERS is like flashing on the Toski and DRS wide open on the Alpine. We're side by side, and Gav gets the move done before the braking makes that move. Stick yet again.
That Rangers wagon's doing well tonight.
I was trying not to call it that. I was tempted early on. I was so tempted.
Sorry, Gavin. I think Carl brought it up on YouTube earlier, so we'll blame Carl.
Yeah, I think he did actually. I'm just going to have a quick look. Someone definitely did. Yeah, Carl, let's go Rangers F1. He did. It's definitely Carl's fault.
Yeah, all on you, Carl. There's your credit.
He always likes getting a mention. He loves the credit and the attention, doesn't he? So we'll give him some of that this evening. He had a good race, to be fair to Carl. Very quiet one in Tier 3. But got the points due to other people's penalties.
Well, staying clean can sometimes help you, especially on a track like this.
It really can. It really can. And this is where Melvin's now closed right onto the back of E17. But look at this, side by side. Now, I'll tell you what, Night Shadow went very, very wide. Notorious Kieran made the move. Did he pass before the DRS line? Let's have a quick look. Who's going to open the wing? We're going to look at the back of the Alpine. The Alpine does get it. Notorious Kieran's ARS lights flashing away. Has Gav got anything to get him past? Is he going to try and do one track? He makes a late move on the inside. Kieran didn't see it coming and bid back out. He's going to try and battle back around the outside. Is he going to try and hold off? He's not going to do it. Gav makes the move. What a great move as well. Really late on the brakes and really clever, really good move.
Some awesome driving that.
That was great. I think Kieran made the mistake of kind of forcing his way through before turn 11, before the hairpin, and gave Dav the DRS. And now we've got Melvin's got past E17 into 8th. Now he's got 10 seconds to Kieran. I don't think he's going to be close enough to get that gap. But last lap, he's got a lap to do it. Ryan on his own. He's been in a class of his own. He is Tier 2, but he's from last on the grid. Hit it at the right time. Kept away from the carnage.
Last to first challenge complete.
He has. Yes, he has. True. So Melvin needs another second this lap.
I believe he's not using the racing line either.
I find now it can be a bit of a hindrance.
Yeah, I find once you nail a track, it's no point using it because it just distracts you.
Yeah, and he's still using his ERSs, right? He's used it all. There we go, slowing down. He's celebrating. He knows he's done it. He knows we're in the background. But I tell you what, great race, absolutely fantastic race from Ryan. He will get a penalty, but does it on track by 19 seconds from CBG. Last to first, completed. It wasn't Bergen, he did actually start last. He was 20th to first. So CVG crossed the line in second. Man for Wasp right behind him though at the end. Had an extra penalty, so unfortunately will stay third. TJ Goodyear, good race as well from him. Had a lot of battles early on with Mindful and CVG. He takes fourth. Back Miso will cross the line and get that spot. Notorious Kieran gets another penalty. That's now allowed Melvin. Melvin was only 9 seconds back anyway, and he was closing. But Night Shadow, what a great race as well from him. He crosses the line in 6th. Kieran finishing 7th. But it's going to be Melvin that takes the spot after that extra penalty from Kieran. It's going to demote him back down to 8th. And there we go, folks. Melvin 7th, Kieran in 8th. E17 takes 2 points in 9th. Now Gibbon is going to come down a little bit lonely on his own there in 10th. Gets the final point scoring position for the Alfa Romeo. He'll be pleased to get the points. Johnny Smooth a little bit further back. He's going to be just outside, unfortunately, in 11th. Of course, all results are provisional, folks. And then we've got a few seconds further back. Mr. Kellogg takes 12th. So, there we are. What a great race that was.
Oh, some awesome moves there.
There was. Absolutely fantastic. Driver of the day, rightly so.
Ryan, driver of the day, of course. He went last to first challenge. You're not going to not get that, are you?
Yeah, exactly. That was just incredible. What a fantastic drive. Kept his nose clean, kept out of trouble, and made the moves count when he needed to. But there we are. What a great race. And you're right, it was some fantastic overtaking manoeuvres, under braking, and just really good driving, really smart driving, and very clean as well. So that was absolutely fantastic.
Oh, and a Red Bull on the second position on the podium for the second race in a row.
Yeah, and finally a Mercedes on the podium. It's taken you 4 races, but we've got one. Well done, Mindful Wasp. Well done to Ryan. Well done to Sambal. Great podium, fantastic race. And there we are, folks. There's your provisional standings. Do not forget, of course, we're going to have Stewards and Quiet's potential after this race. Quite a quiet one, but still really, really good. Unlucky for Roundy, pole sitter. Finished 13th in the end. Just a race, unfortunately, to forget. E17 fought back to finish 9th. Taurus Kieran and Melvin. There were some great battles early on. Unfortunately, didn't work out for them and dropped down the order. Still points, though. They can still hold their head up and say they did take points from this race. But look at that. Simbal, 13th to 2nd. Goodyear, 10th to 5th. Night Shadow, 14th to 6th as well. Some great movers and shakers throughout the field, and what a fantastic race.
Definitely. Love a good race like that, especially when you go wet to dry. Really mixes everything up.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, we saw a few of the drivers go a little bit earlier than others as well to make the change, and kind of paid off as well.
Yeah, I mean, we were sat here going, he's mad for pitting at the moment, he's mad for pitting at the moment, and then what happens?
Absolute genius. The pace there was just fantastic.
We've seen.
It was. It really was. But there we are, folks. There's your week of MRC excitement. And now we've got a few days to calm ourselves before we hop over the border, over the wall into Mexico next week. 7 o'clock on Monday evening, we will have the Tier 2 race live, of course, from your very own and very favoritist YouTube channel. And then you will join us, and then we'll have Tier 1 afterwards. And then, of course, Wednesday we'll be back here for Tier 3 and Tier 4 action. But thank you again for sticking with us. Difficult with the glitches tonight, but thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for joining. Mark, absolute pleasure to have you back in the box and work together again.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to work with you again. It has been a while now.
It has. And we'll have to do it again.
Tier 1 in Spa last time we worked together.
Is that what it was? Like it last season.
Yeah, it was the last race of last season.
Wow.
For the Tier 1 anyway.
Oh, yeah. Of course, yeah. Wow. Well, many more to come, my friend. Many more to come. And we look forward to seeing you guys as well next Monday. Thank you very much for sticking with us. Thank you for watching and joining in with your comments. Of course, always a pleasure. And we look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you. Take care, everybody, and good night.
See you all next week.